and welcome back. I thought for today's video I would just give you some updates or quick mini reviews of the products I purchased during this year's Sephora holiday bonus savings event. I will link my haul video in the description box if you'd like to check it out, but I'm basically going to be repeating everything that I talked about in that video. Well, I think everything. I'll be doing some quick try-ons and just giving you some updates on my thoughts after using the products for the past, what has it been, 2 weeks now? So I want to begin with all of the hair products I purchased. I am now a Gisou convert. I purchased the polishing primer, but then I realized that it did not have a heat protectant in it. So I went ahead in another order and bought the heat protectant. This is the propolis infused heat protecting spray. And so that is what I put in before I blow dry. And then after I blow dry, I go through with a little bit of the Gisou hair oil. This is very concentrated. A little bit goes a long way. If you use too much, your hair will be greasy. So you want to just use the tiniest bit. I rub it through my fingers and then I rake it along the ends and then through these front pieces. And it smells heavenly. I already owned the Gisou hair mask. So now I think I pretty much have everything. I did buy the mini sizes and I'm glad I started with these. I feel like this is gonna last me a long time. The hair perfume is beautiful. If you are not a fan of sweeter scents, then you won't like this. I don't think it's over the top sweet or cloying. I find it to be very, very pretty and feminine. And I've never owned a hair perfume before. And I'm not gonna spray it again because I already sprayed some earlier and I don't want my family to run away from me as soon as I walk into the room. You don't want to overdo it, but it's very light and I personally love to just smell my hair throughout the day. So I think you can tell I'm pretty happy with all of my Gisou purchases. I did purchase 2 eyeshadow palettes during the event. One is the Salted Caramel from Too Faced, and I believe I was wearing this in the original haul video. And I also picked up the Natasha Denona Mini Zendo eyeshadow palette. And so far I am really, really happy with both of these eyeshadow palettes. The Salted Caramel palette, I think if you like warm tones, is a must-have. And if you like really shimmery, silvery colors and you're a fan of the Natasha Denona formula, you've got to get the Zendo. So what I'm going to do now is a little try-on for you. And I'll be beginning with the Zendo palette. First, I applied the shade Uncovered to the outer corners of my eyes and blended it up into my crease. Next, I took a little bit of the shade Bare just to buff out any harsh edges. Next, I went in with the shade Stark and built that up on my outer corners. I did find that this shade needed to be built up quite a bit to get the amount of intensity that I was looking for. And as you can see, I also took it up a little bit higher. I bring all of my eyeshadows up a little bit higher on the outer corners so I can give my downturned eyes a more lifted appearance. After that, I used my finger and the shade Daz and applied that right next to the plummy Stark shade, just so I can have a transition between the darker shade and the silver that I am applying next. This is really, to me, the standout of this palette. It is the most stunning pigmented silver I've used in a while. It is called Stripped, and I just pat it on with my finger. I also took the shade Stripped and applied it to my tear ducts and the first third of my lower lash line, the closest to my tear ducts. And then I took the shade Stark and ran that under the rest of my lash line and just sort of smoked it out lightly. And then I did add a little bit more of the shade Uncovered to intensify the look just a little bit on the upper portion of the eyeshadow. And to finish off the look, you can use any black eyeshadow or eyeliner. I chose to use just some powder eyeshadow. This is a black from the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette, and I just lined my upper lash lines with that. And then finally, I took the white shade from the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. Once again, you can use any white or cream eyeshadow you have just to make the area under the brow pop. And I've paired this look with the lip combo that I purchased during the sale, which was the Charlotte Tilbury Kim KW lipstick with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk liner. Topped with this gloss from Dior. This is one of my current favorite go-to lip combos. All right, next up, I have a little demo of how I achieved this look right here using the Salted Caramel palette. And I begin this look by applying the shade Ooey Gooey, which is a matte ivory shade, under my brow bone. And now I'm using the shade Soft and Chewy in the same way I used the shade from the Natasha Denona palette in my outer corners and blending it into the crease. And then I'm also applying this shade along my lower lash lines. And now I'm using the darkest shade in the Salted Caramel palette and applying that with a flat brush, a small flat brush, to the outer corners of my eyes as well as the inner corners of my eyes. And then I take a fluffy blending brush and a little bit more Soft and Chewy and blend that through my crease. Now I'm using just the tiniest dab of concealer on the middle part of my lid and blend it out. Doing this is really going to make the shimmer shade that I apply really, really stand out. And the shade that I'm using here is called Butter Me Up. And look how pretty that is. I absolutely love a halo eye, especially on hooded eyes. I just think it's really, really flattering. And now I'm just going back and touching up those inner and outer corners once again with Make Me Melt. And to finish off this look, I'm using the shade Toffee for my tear ducts. And then I'm just using my Stands Out sponge that has a little bit of foundation left on it to sort of round out the eyeshadow look. I want this to be more of a rounded look versus a cat eye look. And now you can see I'm applying the blush from Patrick Ta that I also picked up during the event. This one is named Do We Know Her? I already own She's So LA and I really, really like these blushes. It was a unique application method to me. It is a unique application to me. I think I mentioned this in the other video as well. You are supposed to, according to Patrick, apply the powder shade first, like you see here. And then top it with the cream. And this can be built up to be more intense if you'd like, or you can wear it just very sheerly. I never know how much blush to apply in a video because the lighting washes me out so much. And other times where I've added more, I have received comments from viewers saying, too much blush. I can't win. It's either too little or too much. I think what I've done here today, at least in person, looks pretty good. I am loving this lip combo I purchased also from Patrick Ta. It is the lipstick and lip liner in She's Not From Here. I really like the formula of these Patrick Ta lipsticks. They're a velvety matte and they do have some pretty good staying power. As you can see here, I just applied it full strength to my lower lip and then I blotted it onto my top lip and then patted it in for more of a stain. I just don't have a lip brush. I don't know what happened to my lip brush. I need to get a new one. But this is the kind of color that you really do want to use a lip brush to apply. You don't have to. Clearly, I did okay without one, but personally, I like to use a lip brush. I have to admit, I really like this entire look that I've done here using these products. And for highlight, I purchased the Dior Rose Gold Backstage Glow Face Palette. And this truly is a beautiful highlighter palette. If you have the other Backstage palettes, do you need this one? Not necessarily. If you have other really beautiful highlighting powders at home already, do you need this palette? Probably not. But if you are a Dior addict, which is funny because I think they have a whole line of lipsticks called Dior Addict. If you are a Dior collector or a Dior addict, then you're probably going to want to purchase this before it's gone because it is limited edition. I also ended up repurchasing another Huda Beauty loose powder. I use the shade Pound Cake. I just really like that powder. I feel like it helps to control my oil, gives my face a flawless finish. It's good for setting my under eyes. It doesn't make them look dry and cakey. However, I say this every time I talk about this powder, it does have a pretty heavy fragrance. So if you dislike fragrance, you're definitely going to want to avoid that powder. And the last two things I need to talk about are the Ouai Detox Shampoo and the Ouai Body Cleanser, which was a repurchase. I'm still really liking both of those. The body cleanser is phenomenal. And the detox shampoo I've used, I think, twice now, and it really does make my hair feel cleaner and like it's getting rid of that product buildup. So I still recommend those. So I think it's fair to say, or safe to say, that I am happy with all of my purchases. And that rarely happens. Usually at least one thing ends up going back, at least one thing. But there's nothing here that I would not recommend or that I regret. So I hope you all enjoyed hearing my updated thoughts and mini reviews of these products that I purchased during the Sephora Holiday Savings Event or Holiday Bonus Savings Event. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. I do try to upload new videos at least twice per week. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter under the same username, Risa Does Makeup. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.